Well, God sent for the win. Stupid damn coho though. I was out there to it. I think. There's a big coho. Oh, wait a minute. Big fish. Okay, I got to do that. All right, ready? Here's stuff. Okay, here's stuff. That's a big coho. Well, good evening, everybody. What a Monday it's been. I hope that you guys got out and did some fishing this weekend. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we should be seeing lots more reports of stuff being caught on Godsend Fishing. Oh my goodness. Man, guys, I'm telling you, after driving through those mud puddles, man, there's a lot of fish around, you guys. So we'll get into the fishing report here just in a second. I want to say Chasing Chrome Guide Service is just about ready to start going upriver, you guys. And as that water comes up, I heard that it's still going to be a little bit dry this week, but he's probably going to be getting out as soon as that water gets up. So you guys might want to go in and book that trip. That's a good young man to go fishing with. Guys, tomorrow I'm going to take off with Tradewind Charters out of Depot Bay, and I'm going to go fish with Captain Caleb, Captain Redbeard, and I'm so looking forward to that. Dilly Rods built a rod for Godsend, and you guys will get to see that tomorrow as I produce that video. And speaking of which, we got cut down to 3 rockfish. I think I'm going to have to run that referendum and defund the ODFW. It's just getting to be time. When I want to go out and catch, 5 rockfish and 2 lingcod, and now I'm down to 3. It's the ocean, guys. There's plenty of fish out there for everybody. So I'm thinking about running the referendum. I thought about trying to get that done today, but to actually redo it, right? So I'm just thinking about running it. So just let me have some time to figure that out. So as I get that figured out, we'll probably run it, and you guys will be hearing about it here in the future. And then I got Fish Knocker Bryce on. Mr. McAllister, thank you for joining us. And what's up? So guys, at this point, I'm going to say, if you're not out fishing, you're wishing. Okay. I've been posting that everywhere so that you guys know that there's a lot of fish around. The coho season is open. You have a chance to catch them at the mouths. You have a chance to catch them up the rivers, or at least in the tidal waters. I think that those coho are moving up the uprivers. I had a very dear Jay stop by today, and he checked out the upriver. He did catch a big blueback. So there is some bluebacks up there to be had, guys. The upriver stuff, I think we need to start checking into that because, salmon, we see pictures of them all the time swimming in water about this big, right? Even when there's a flood, they'll be out swimming on the streets. So you guys need to go up and start checking your upper rivers. I saw a picture that I put up on my story of somebody that used just the acorn egg and caught a fish on it. And I've got a feeling that fish was bronze. So I've got a feeling that there's some fish up there in these upper rivers. And if you go explore, you might have a really good day. All right. So let's start with Depot Bay Tradewind Charters. Guys, I'm telling you right now, the ocean has been blowing up in the afternoon. It's still been calm in the mornings. So you guys can get out and get that last part of the season to get your rock cod, maybe a ling cod. I know that they moved out a little bit deeper, but if you go to Depot Bay, those boys know what they're doing. You will have a chance of catching some ling cod and getting them stocked up in your freezer until that season starts again, probably late January, right? It just depends on what the weather's going to do. And I checked the king tides, and those king tides are going to come ripping in, right? January, February, and January, February, March. Those king tides are going to come ripping in, which will chase those lings out. We might have a few around that are still spawning. But I would say February comes, it's time to get on those guys, right? So Jason Tony asked me, he goes, where are the fish at? So I have a response to that. It's a little bit of a smart aleck remark, but in the water. No, I'm just teasing. So you want to know something? I'm finding that the coastal, the last few days, and by the way, happy first day of fall to everybody. This means a lot to us. But I would say that there's still tidal water. And we do know that they are moving up into the tidal waters, you guys. And I had that question today. Where do you fish the tidal waters on this river, that river, all the rest of it? Well, guys, I wished I knew every single spot that there was to go fishing on those, which I'm working on. Okay. I would say that if you can find a tidal water where you can actually get out and fish it and throw some of the eggs, the sand shrimp, some of the beads that we've been making up. Mr. Flanders, and he just joined us, has made up some. And I'm telling you guys, they seem to be on the smaller balls of bait right now. So you might want to go to those smaller balls of bait or use the plastics. And my wife just joined us too. So I'm going to say that, I would try the smaller balls of bait or run the plastics right now just because they're really fickle about how they're biting on them. I watched my bobber do the sideways thing, right? And try to set on it. And it just, there wasn't nothing to set on. So they're being real soft. So I would go with a smaller piece of bait and let them chomp on that. Then you have a better chance to set your hook. It just depends on how deep you are on your bobber. I'm going to say that the trolling, of course, it's coho season. I keep your speeds up and go after them, you guys. Let's get those coho out of the way, which turns out now is one of my favorites, right? I love the king too. Don't get me wrong, but that coho is just so tasty. So, all right. So that being said, let's go back to Depot Bay Charters. I'm going to go out with them tomorrow. And I'm going to go fish for my 3 rockfish, which I'm highly upset about. And I'm probably going to do something about that. I hope they still include the 2 lingcod so that at least I have a chance to send some fish back with our family that's here from Idaho. So that's a big issue with me right now, you guys. Okay, so I'm sort of reading comments, but that's a big issue with me. When my family comes in out of town and they want to gather some fish so that they have that in their freezer for the winter, they should be able to do that, right? If they're going to be buying a day license and all the rest of that, which costs a little bit of money, right? They should be able to enjoy the bounty of Oregon. And that has been cut down so tight that they just don't have the chance to enjoy that. So the crabbing. I heard today that the crabbing, because the ocean is so stirred up, has not been good outside in the ocean. But guess what, you guys? Newport, Waldport, Siuslaw, you guys have a really great opportunity to stock up on those crabs that are the commercial guys, right? Now's the time to go get them. We posted a video on Facebook. I didn't even put it on the YouTube, right? The crab were very big. They were purple. They looked just absolutely beautiful. And I will say this, they were full and the best tasting crab I have had in a very long time. So I would say drop your crab pots in any river of your choice and drop your crab pots, run into the tidal water, fish as the tide's coming in. I would troll. As that tide goes to slack tide, I would set up my bobber stuff. And as that water is going out, I'd be running those, of course, our acorn eggs and our stingers, or run your salmon egg and shrimp. So that's pretty much the fishing report, you guys. Let me put it this way to you. Just go fishing, guys. There's a lot of fish around everywhere. I mean, if you're from the California border to the Washington border, if you're not finding fish, you didn't look where all the cars were parked, okay? So find out where all the cars are parked, then go find a place to park and go join those people, right? On the majority, those people are all going to be extremely nice. It's going to be battle fishing, of course, but those people are mostly, for the most part, extremely nice. And if you get up to the top of the hole, as they limit out, they'll just keep moving you down, you guys. So just be respectful when you walk into a hole and sit back and watch who's doing what. And when somebody evacuates, right, watch all of them move down and follow that flow, you guys. So that way we're stocking up our freezers full of salmon. We're stocking up our freezer full of there. So here's one for you. I know there's still blueback in there, you guys. So make sure you check that smoke just to make sure that's not a blueback, because that's taggable, not a taggable fish. That's a fish that you can actually add to your refrigerator, okay? So if you catch a blueback, keep it. All right. So I see that we have South Santiam Spinners in tonight. We have Jason Tony. So it sounds like Jason's going to be in our area on Friday. And then Bryce says that he was trolling, got in the river. My buddy went out and they limited out. Got 5 coho. So see, I told you guys those coho don't need very deep water. They will move themselves up and go sit in the holes or the slots and get that oxygen, right? Because if they're waiting for their mate to come through, and in the meantime, they're annihilating everything that's inside of the river. So yeah, so see, even South Santiam Spinner says, yeah, they're here, but you have to go search for those holes, right? So like on our river, I know of 4 or 5 holes that, I thought about bringing the ball buster up and going and throwing it into that hole, right? So, okay, so Buddy went out today and they limited out on Chinook. So see, I'm telling you guys, it's time to go fishing. Quit wishing, just go fishing. So that way you're effective, because that gas prices being what they are, food prices being what they are, we need to stock these things inside of our freezer that we can get. We're allowed 10 salmon, 5 coho for the year. Doesn't matter where you get them. Or 3 for 1, 2, and this other one, whatever. So check your eggs, which I'm just about done with those rigs. I'm going to let you know. I'm just highly upset. I'm taking my family out tomorrow to go rock cod fishing, and here I'm limited to what I can bring home, right? That's just ridiculous. All right, so okay, so Santiam, I'm sort of reading as we go along here. South Santiam, yep, just got a steal on a dead on a welded drift boat. Yeah, leave it to Mr. D to to get into something like that. So I hope you guys are reading the comments because he's telling me that he was on a welded drift boat today. And I bet you they hadn't even tested the welds yet, right? So I'll bet you if you ask him, he probably had a bucket with him just in case. I love you guys. A great adventure is a great adventure. Okay, that's just all there is to it. Okay, so yeah, there is Bryce. There is that. So we went out just the other day, and it's like, okay, so the fish are on the herring. Guess what? They weren't on the herring, and in most of your mouths of your bays, they were on the spinner, you guys. And we actually had some very famous guides say, "Hey, come over here, give us some blades, give us some setup, so that I can get these things tied up." So that our people that are from out of town, right, which is what we want, those people that were from out of town had a chance to catch a salmon. I heard they hooked 10. Okay, so the 360 with the spinner for the upper mouths of your rivers are being very effective. I've just not heard a herring bite yet, guys. So, oh, so I see Cody Cherry joined us. Egg bites mostly for me in the clear water. So see, I'm telling you guys, so we have a plethora of fish right now. So you can go and then Dale, oh, the other Dale Flanders joined us. You know what? Good evening to you too, sir. Um, so there's a plethora of fishing that can be done. Okay, so watch your tidal waters, watch your tides. I'm hearing that they're biting on the outgoing tide instead of the incoming tide. So what I would do is I would start back and troll my way up to those upper tidal waters just so you don't miss a fish, right? And then I would start throwing bobbers and let that tide bring you back. Go ahead and drift your banks, right? Watch for the fish jumping, and especially at the end of the evening. Let me tell you something, they're very active at the end of the evening. So if you're doing these things, going up during the day, trolling up, and then drifting back with your bobber and eggs on the outgoing tide, I think that you guys will find it very effective fishing. Now, folks, I want to say, bring a friend fishing, okay? Bring a bro fishing. It's that time of year, okay? If you're going to go out on your boat and you didn't invite somebody, then you did wrong, okay? You really need to invite somebody to go out and go fishing. So they can stock up their freezers and all the rest of that. I know that we want to stock ours too, but you want to know something? Five fish will get me through my winter. Six fish because I want to smoke one, so I got my salmon chowder for the winter, right? Because I just absolutely love that over sourdough. So I would say that if you're out fishing, invite a friend so they get a chance. Just make sure that it's a friend and that they're not going to hurt you, right? So that's what I'm looking for all of us for this season. That's why I do this Monday night fishing report, is so that we can make sure that we're disseminating information amongst all of ourselves, which I'm seeing that we're getting a lot more people, you guys, and thank you. But it's not for me, it's for you folks that are inside of these comments right here, right? To disseminate information in private messaging. Hey, I've got a spot, or I've got this, or I've got that. I heard that the fish were biting here, and they were, share that information. Let's go get our fish. Let's get them stocked up. Today's the first day of fall. We're going to be switching up to steelhead here real quick. Now that becomes a lot more private, you guys. But when it comes to the salmon, everybody shares information. Okay. When it comes to steelhead, you have to sort of go out and figure that out for yourself. You have to. It's a quest. It's not a matter of stocking up fish. Here's where we are when we're stocking up fish. Okay. So I will say this: get out, get your ocean fish, because if you don't have your freezer stocked full of them yet, there's still room to put some whitefish in your freezer. Then get out, get on your salmon. Then get out, get on your coho. Then get out, and we'll get on the steelhead. And those months are going to be just absolutely phenomenal for you guys. I'm telling you, I've got a feeling that we're going to see 5 salts this year throughout most of the rivers because they've just been forced in, right? So, all right. So now, if everybody wants to leave right now, that's fine because then I'm going to talk about something personal. So, inside of this personal thing that I want to say to you guys is that I had a request from other fishermen to supply sand shrimp. We have a business here in town and one that's just outside of town that carries sand shrimp. Let me tell you something. What a big industry this is. I don't feel that I belong in that industry, but I do belong inside of the fishing industry. I've made that very clear by the giving that we've done to this organization, to many other organizations, and the things that we're going to be doing coming up. Godsent did not want to be a standalone company. We wanted to invite people in to come in and share the experience. And as we have done that, it turns out that, it just didn't work out. But that's just business. It wasn't a personal thing, it was just a business thing for them and for us. So if you guys have been watching the videos, I'm learning how to handle sand shrimp. I have some excellent teachers. So we are going to proceed forward with making sure that for our 3 rivers, the Siuslaw, the Alsea, and the Siletz, that we don't run out of sand shrimp. Now, the Achilles heel here is that we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we'll be open early in the morning at 5 so that the guys can just pull straight through, get their sand shrimp, and go upriver. Okay? Or if they're coming from somewhere else, they just need to stop in that first morning, give us a card, and we will take care of them if they cannot find their sand shrimp. Because that we will take care of our local rivers, and I will do my best not to run out. Now, that being said, I handle sand shrimp really for the first time. So I'm still learning this industry, and it's very cutthroat and very tight. And I can see why. And because the sand shrimp are so delicate, you guys, in order to get them to you in a product that catches fish, except for our scent, of course, which you guys just haven't got onto. So, but anyway, the actual physical sand shrimp are very delicate and very hard to take care of. So, but I'm willing to go the extra mile to make sure that as we go through the season and these guys are pumping these beds and fighting over it, by the way, just absolutely ridiculous to me. But they're fighting over the beds, and one thinks he owns this one, and one thinks he owns that one, and nobody owns anything for the state. The state owns everything. That's my problem. So, but anyway, we're doing our best to make sure that our fishermen and other fishermen are not running out of sand shrimp, because it brings them the confidence that they need to go out and stock their freezers. All right. So all of that being said, at this point, I would like to talk about integrity again. So I went to my old site, which Heath Manzoor runs, because he stole the administrator. I gave it to him, but he pretty much stole the administrator rights to that site. So I told him, I said, to the companies that are advertising underneath my name, Godsent Fishing, once again, I'm going to tell you, you better take it down, or I'm going to call you all out in person and tell you that you have no integrity. because I caught the same people, most of the same people again, still using my name to advertise their stuff. Come on, guys, let's have a little bit of integrity, okay? Um, and here's one for you. What we do for our community, take a veteran fishing on Odell, take a veteran fishing in the other area. I forget. Oh, Hag Lake. The stuff that we've done with kids, the things that we give away when you walk in the shop. Um, the community outpour that we've given away is probably a lot. Okay, I just don't want to tally that, but we are there for our community. So if anybody says anything bad about God Center, puts a post up about their store on our site, or our post, that's a little bit low. Okay, come on, guys, let's step it up a game. If you want to work together, just like all of us fishermen work together, then let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay. So enough of that rant. I'm seeing that Bryce Peters says, yeah, Steelhead Showdown. Okay, so wait a second. So I just got the first picture of from a gentleman, and I posted it on my story. It still should be up on there. Um, from the first gentleman that says free dinner because he must have come into the shop and got one of my juicy red soft acorn. So, and he went out and caught a fish on it. I'm so happy for that guy. But he's also entered into the contest at the end of March. That's a huge box, you guys. And you know me, I'm going to be creating. So he's probably going to get some very, very new stuff too that we know that works because we tested it first, but ain't nobody else going to have it. So he can be as quiet about that as he wants and catch as many fish. But that's happening. So remember, if you come by the store Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday from 5 to 12, and listen, if you guys are coming in at 12 and you're busy and trying to get back out, and I've got a few people, listen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right there with you guys, okay? Um, so as we go through this season, we will be here to March. And then in March, I'm going to go spend some time with my loved wife. So guys, get your fish, let's get through this season and let's catch some big fish. Okay, so we're coming up on our 30 minutes right now, you guys. Does anybody have any questions for me? And I know I rambled on and I went into a rant. You know what? Thank you, South Santiam Spinners. You know what? I appreciate that, brother. And you still need to come over and spend some time with me because that Steelhead Slammers is still advertising on my page underneath my name. And I sent them an email and they're sort of pissing me off. So let's take your South Santiam Spinner and make it the best. I've got all the powder coating stuff. I've got all the paints. I've got all the rest of that. Let's just go ahead and take your South Santiam Spinner and make it the best in the Pacific Northwest. And Tim, you have a good one too. I know you're fishing and you're probably getting a little bit tired staying up this late too. Okay, so yeah, South Santiam, yeah, you need to. So, Cody, hitting up your local guides. If you have not fished that river or an outer river, your river, I would sort of save for you to discover yourself, right, with your local people. So I would say, yeah, sort of head out to another river, that's maybe 3-4 hours away and take a guide, right? So that you can really, truly enjoy that experience. Okay, so I want to say one thing, Kurt. Everyone, make sure to check out Godsend Fishing. Okay, so guys, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, thank you, Bryce. Okay, so I had a Shopify store, and on that Shopify store, I did my best to work with them. They were supposed to make it easier for us. Um, oh, so Cody Cherry. Okay, so wait a second. Okay, so let me stop right there. So Cody Cherry, I'm a Quinault fishing guide. So guys, here we go. Here's the first time that we get a chance to have an invite to go fish. Oh my goodness, one of the best rivers in the Pacific Northwest. Cody, I did not realize who you were. Guys, you need to be texting this guy and find out when he's got open days. Okay? That river is taken care of by the indigenous people of this land. And oh my God, I would go in a heartbeat. Okay, so the Columbia River plunkers went up there. The experience that he had was classic. I wish that he would have had a camera on his chest. They went down in the river. The river was just rushing. The guy's like, I don't care. Let's go. Then he says, okay, yeah, no, I do care because we're just not catching any fish. He says, but I know some other spots. Let's load the boat up. And the guy took off and went and got the truck, came back, loaded it. The guys are amazing. Loaded the boat up, and then they took off and drove with the boat, found a parking place, went on a different river, and 4 fish on both hands. Yeah, 8 fish, guys. So, yeah. So, Cody, please know that we totally respect what you guys do there. And thank you for that. What an experience. You guys want to go catch some big fish. Just, yeah, get a hold of that Cody Cherry guy. Okay, guys. Uh, the guide services are still coming. We know that Chasing Chrome is going to start sending out the dates that he's going to be doing that. And we have Bryce Fishnauker. He's going to be the next featured artist in the next month. Oh, and I need to explain something to everybody. Okay, so the Sandy River Salmon and Steelhead chapter. I was lucky enough, I sort of harassed them, right? But I wanted to go up again and do a speech with them and talk with them about what we're doing, right? Because we have quite a few guides in there. So on the Thursday of the 3rd, I will respectfully say that I will be open that Friday a little bit later, probably about noon, but I'll explain that again. But they're doing some things with kids, and I want to make sure that I get up there so that I'm in that loop, as well as that I wanted to bring up some gear for them to raise money for that tournament for our high school kids. So if you guys have not been out to go check the Sandy River Steelhead and Salmon group, let me tell you something. They're doing some amazing things. So, and I want to go support that. So if you would please excuse me, you can go to Shrimp Daddy's on that day to go buy sand shrimp. Okay. So just so that you guys know that I won't be here during that period of time, and I'll remind you next Monday. Okay. All right, guys. We ran over our 30 minutes. I saw the questions pop up. Cody Cherry, I'll be definitely sending you a text. We would love that you were in here so that our fishermen have a chance to come and share that experience with you folks. Guys, I've known about this for about 6 years now, and what they're doing up there is just amazing. I will do what's new inside of the studio next week. Last week, you guys didn't get it, but please take a look at the studio inside of the screen so that you noticed what's up for next week. And that prize from the following week will be added to this week. And I'll put something extra in there because that I sort of messed up. So then after that, we'll have another prize added to it. So, and I do have a new mold coming. So you guys are probably glad that I sort of missed this week. Okay. All right, everybody. This is God Sent Fishing. You know what? Thank you, everybody, so much. See the smile on my face. I had the biggest compliment the other day. She goes, you can just see the life in that smile. And it's because that this is my life, and I really do love what I'm doing. So I'm going to say to all of you, happy hooking. May you have the best fishing week ever. I know that if you get out there and do it, you're going to catch some fish. And if it's not this week, it's going to be next week because it's going to be hot, you guys. All right, everybody. Good night. And I'm not going to try to press the screen this time.